Let's talk about one of the most fascinating and honestly, one of the weirdest stories in modern football. We're diving into the incredible late career explosion of a true legend, Karim Benzema. So here's the big question, right? For years, Karim Benzema was the ultimate supporting actor. A fantastic player, no doubt, but he was never the main star. And then, it felt like almost overnight, he wasn't just a star. He was the entire show. So how on earth did that happen? How did we all miss it? The story really kicks into high gear with this number, 130. That's how many goals Benzema banged in during the 4 years right after Cristiano Ronaldo left Real Madrid. This wasn't just a player stepping up. This was a complete reinvention of a career. To really understand this transformation, you gotta go back, way back. We have to start with his roots in France, because that's where the foundation for this future legend was built. Okay, so picture this. Benzema grows up in Bron, a pretty tough suburb of Lyon. He's one of 9 kids, and from a very young age, he had this incredible drive to make it, to lift his family up. And what was his fuel? Well, it was the dream of being a footballer. And he was inspired by 2 of the absolute greatest to ever do it, his hero Zinedine Zidane and the Brazilian phenom Ronaldo Nazario. And his talent, wow, it was just undeniable. At only 8 years old, he gets spotted and brought into the world-famous Lyon Academy. By 17, he's already in the first team. And by the time he's 20, he's not just the top scorer in the league, he's the highest paid player in all of France. His rise was absolutely meteoric. So in 2009, he makes the move that every single player dreams of, Real Madrid. But this move, it would kick off a 9-year period that would completely define him, not as a goal scorer, but as the ultimate facilitator. You can really split his career into 2 parts. For 9 years playing next to Cristiano Ronaldo, he was the provider. His whole job was to create space, to link up the play, and to feed the main goal machine. He actually became the #1 assister to Ronaldo in history, totally selfless. But then, Ronaldo left. The stage was empty, and Benzema was forced to become the protagonist. But while all this was happening, while he was becoming a key figure for his club, a massive off-field controversy completely derailed his international career. It sent him into a long, long period of exile. 6 years. That's how long Benzema was kept out of the French national team. 6 years, right in the middle of his prime, all because of a really controversial legal case involving a teammate. He was just gone. And this wasn't just a little break. It was a giant hole in his career. He missed Euro 2016. And then, maybe most painfully of all, he had to watch from home as his teammates lifted the World Cup trophy in 2018. It was an incredibly frustrating time for him, but he finally made his return in 2021. So let's recap. You've got years of playing a supporting role at Madrid, and you've got this long exile from the French national team. So how in the world did he then reach a level that was higher than anything he'd ever shown before? Well, the numbers tell the story. In those 4 years after Ronaldo left, when the spotlight was finally his, Benzema didn't just score goals. He scored 130 of them. And get this, that was more than Lionel Messi. It was even more than Cristiano Ronaldo himself. He didn't just fill the void, he outscored the 2 greatest players of our generation. And that's the real key here. His explosion wasn't sudden at all. It was the result of everything he had learned over the years. All that tactical intelligence he picked up as a provider, the mental toughness he built during his exile, and, of course, the raw talent he always had. When the stage finally emptied, a king who had been patiently waiting simply took his throne. So now let's look at how this unbelievable career path translates into hardware. We're talking about a stunning collection of trophies and records that absolutely cement his place among the all-time greats. I mean, just look at this trophy cabinet. It's ridiculous. 4 Champions League titles, 4 Spanish League titles, 4 Club World Cups with Madrid, and that's on top of the 4 league titles he won with Lyon. This is the resume of a relentless winner. 322. That's how many goals he scored for Real Madrid. A staggering number that puts him right up there in the pantheon of the club's greatest ever scorers. No question. And this one? This really speaks to his dominance in Europe. He finished 3rd on the all-time Champions League top scorers list. Think about that. The only 2 players ahead of him were Ronaldo and Messi. It just shows you how lethal and how consistent he was on the biggest stage of all. So when you put it all together, the selfless provider, the exiled star, and then that final, unbelievable explosion as the best player in the world, it leaves us with one last big question. With his unique mix of goal scoring, playmaking, and leadership, does Karim Benzema have a real case as the most complete striker the game has ever seen?